Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to All Things Sixers. This is just the community of Philadelphia basketball right now, all right? Look, it's 4:45. I'm making this video, so I got like an hour and 15 minutes until free agency starts. So what better time to drop a video on what I want to see Daryl Morey, Elton Brand, and the Philadelphia 76ers do come free agency time. I'm going to talk about 3 needs that we have and a couple guys I hope to look at, right? That I hope Philadelphia throws a contract, just, some type of give and take, some type of conversation. That's all I'm asking for, Daryl Morey. So if you watch this video, let me know. I don't know. But I'm just going to start off right with the needs. First need, now that Al Horford is thankfully far, far, far away from Philadelphia, we need a backup center. Now, the beauty of this is we don't have to spend $109 million for said backup center. Daryl Morey. Woo, woo! Thank you for that, man. Somebody that knows you don't have to overpay for a backup. I love it. So, backup centers, I think a homecoming might be needed. And by that, I mean Nerlens Noel. Bring him on. I think he is a great defensive 4-5. I think he could play the center position really well off of the bench. He's a lob threat. He's not going to be producing offensively, but we don't need that from a backup center. And you know what, guys? We're not going to throw him $109 million. So bring Nerlens Noel on. I think a homecoming is very needed. I think he's an energy guy. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it could be really good. Also, there's a couple more guys, I think. I think if there's a way that we could bring Marc Gasol in and convince him to take less money to come to Philadelphia to win a title, holy shit, we do that 15 times out of 10. That guy would be an unbelievable mentor for Embiid. Both European guys. I mean, Embiid's not European, but he's not American. So that's closer to European than American. Whatever. I don't know. Bad take there. Anyway, Marc Gasol, great shooter, stretches the floor out, makes Ben Simmons a better player. I think he could play a Brook Lopez role, but better. Much better defensively, and Brook Lopez is a good defender. For Philadelphia basketball, I think that's an unbelievable fit, but it just depends on, is Gasol going to take less money, to come to Philadelphia. Then I have more. This guy's more of a 4, but I would slide him into a 5 small ball lineup. JaMychal Green. Now, I am a big JaMychal Green fan. I think he was awesome for the Clippers. I think he shoots the 3 well, especially from the corners, and that stretches the floor out for Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Hopefully Embiid and Green don't necessarily play together a lot, but I think JaMychal Green plays an awesome role off the bench as a small ball 5 for the Philadelphia 76ers. And I just like his energy. I like how he hustles. He's a tough player. He's a good, underrated NBA player. Maybe we could bring him in the contract, the minimum league, or the minimum level exception, if I could talk. That would be cool. And then my last go-to option for a backup center. Now, I think a lot of scrutiny is put on this person because of his past contract, not necessarily how he is as a basketball player. Bismack Biyombo. Now, look, I know, Bismack Biyombo, right? But he is a defensive-minded blocking machine and a rebounding machine. Now, was he worth the $20+ million he was making a year in Charlotte? Fuck no. No, of course not. He had one good playoff game for Toronto, so Charlotte was like, all right, dude, we'll give you the bag. Now, he's not the bag type of player. And the Hornets realized that on the 3rd day of the contract. And unlike Daryl Morey, they couldn't get rid of that contract. We got rid of him because we got the man, the myth, the legend, Daryl Morey. I like Bismack Biyombo as a backup center. I think he brings good defense, he brings energy, and he's a good rebounder. And Philadelphia, we've always prided ourselves. Proud? Predated? Nah, whatever. On rebounding. We're a good rebounding team. Bismack Biyombo fits that. Now, I think a lot of the scrutiny, again, is because of his past contract. People hate him because he just didn't live up to that. But it's not his fault that he went out and got his bag. All right? So, let my man Bismack go. And he's got a sweet name, so sign him up. He's my last option, by the way, too. Then, our second need is a backup playmaker. When Ben's not on the court, we need a guy to playmake. Now, Tyrese Maxey will fill that hole, but I think it's a lot to ask for year number 1. Now, can he do it? I think so, but I'm not going to be out here expecting it. There's a difference. I'm going to expect him to, play 15 minutes a night, hopefully, and just try to, find his way in the league, find his way in the Sixers. I'm not out here asking, Tyrese, give me 20, 25 minutes off the bench, give me 6 assists, give me backup playmaking. That's just not, it's not going to happen, guys. Just let your expectations go, all right? So we need a backup playmaker. Now, with the backup playmaker, I like DJ Augustine. I think he shoots the 3 ball really well. He had a down year last year. He lost his starting spot to Markelle Fultz. What better comeback story to come over to Philly? I don't know. Shabazz Napier, he's a go-to bucket getter off the bench. He can play make a little bit. Trey Burke was good for us last year, but Brett Brown is an idiot and just didn't play him. Now, Doc Rivers understands veteran leadership as a backup point guard and how important that is to a team. Bingo, bango, bongo. Bring back my man Trey Burke. I think it's going to work out like it did last year. Fucking Brett Brown. And then Isaiah Thomas. Now, I don't like Isaiah Thomas per se, but I think he could be all right. I think he could give us points off the bench. He's not really so much of a playmaker, but he's a good backup point guard maybe. Now, he's my last option again. I would prefer, out of those 4 guys, Trey Burke or DJ Augustine. I like Shabazz Napier, but I think he's a poorer man's Trey Burke. So, there's my 4. 4. Yeah, I was right. All right, last need. Last but definitely not least, last but most importantly, shooting. Now, my idea of everything is, I think 1 through 5, it's important to just have knockdown shooters. Knockdown shooters. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Give me a guy off the bench who can shoot threes, and I'll find a way to put him into a lineup and be successful with it. That's how you win in the NBA. It's 3 and D. Perimeter defense, 3-point shooting, and people that just flow together. Every winning team needs shooting, needs defense, and just needs a one guy, hopefully the best player on the team, second best player on the team, to be the cultural leader. And the problem with Philadelphia is we don't have a cultural leader. Jimmy Butler was that cultural leader, and look what happened. You know what I mean? Well, it's a tough thing to find. Hopefully Ben or Embiid can provide that this year when they grow and with maturity and stuff, but whatever. So shooting is the need, okay? I have a couple of guys here. I like Langston Galloway a lot. He also went to St. Joe's, which is just a cool story, but he is a really good scorer for what he is. He's a very good scorer. He can shoot off the dribble. He can create his own shot. He is very good as a spot-up 3-point shooter. I think he could really thrive with a point guard like Ben Simmons. I think there are so many players in the league right now that could have career years with a point guard of Ben Simmons' caliber. Ben Simmons is a unicorn. He really is. It's not a lot of players are like him, man, in NBA history, let alone current. But so I think Langston Galloway is a good pickup. Now, Torrey Craig, I like Torrey Craig. He's not as great of a shooter, but he's a really good defending wing. And the problem with him is he's a restricted free agent. Now, I don't know what Denver's going to do with that. Personally, I think, depending on the type of bag that he gets, I think Denver would bring him back. I don't think there's any chance the Sixers can land him. But if there is, go for it, man, because I like Torrey Craig's energy. He is a nuts and bolts type of guy that every winning team has, and we don't really have that right now. Matisse Thybulle, kind of. I think Matisse Thybulle could be that. I think Matisse Thybulle has got really good nuts and bolt potential, just as a 3-and-D type of wing off the bench to just provide crazy energy and just constant defense. And I love Matisse Thybulle for that. Torrey Craig, though, I think he could be good. Maybe grab him. And then my last shooter that I really just like is Wesley Matthews. Now, I have always loved Wesley Matthews from Milwaukee, Portland, just his entire career, dude. I've just been a Wesley Matthews lover. I think he's underrated to this day. I think he's underrated. I think he's 3-and-D potential. Maybe his defense maybe isn't as good as it used to be, but he's getting older. It's understandable. I think it's a very doable contract to sign him to. I really like Wesley Matthews as a fit in Philadelphia as a 3-and-D wing that can just pop threes, dude. He pop threes. Sit at the 3-point line all damn day and just let Ben do his thing, dish it to you, and just splat, and then do some cool whatever that Wesley Matthews celebration is post 3. I'm here for it, dude. That's the type of culture I need. Now, I have 2 more things I want to say before ending this video. 1, do not sign Kyle Korver. I love Kyle Korver, but the guy is old enough to be my great-great-grandfather. Just, I don't want it. I don't want to spend money on it unless you can get him for the veterans minimum after most of the free agency's done. It's just not. He will literally bring you nothing on defense, like negative energy on defense. not even worth having. At least some of the other guys can hold their own defensively. But Kyle Korver, I mean, he will get murdered. He's not going to be closing your games out. And man, dude, if the Sixers could find a way for a Bogdanovich sign and trade, I would value that over anything else. Anything else, because that's the missing piece right now for Philadelphia. Philadelphia, we need a fourth option or fourth option. I think Tobias Harris is a good third option. But we need a shot creator, a fourth quarter scorer, and I think Bogdanovich fills that at a doable rate. I think maybe contract-wise, what is he going to get? 3-4 years at $17 million a year, maybe $20 million a year. So it's like a 4-year, $80 million contract. You can give Danny Green, which is 15, make it up. I don't want to give up Thibault, but if that's what it's going to take, and if we can keep our first-round picks, that would be monstrous. So if there's a way to get Danny Green, Matisse Thibault, and a future second to Sacramento for Bogdanovich, I might consider doing it. Now, I know a lot of you guys love Thibault, and don't get me wrong, I love that man to death. I was just talking about how much I love him, but it might have to be a necessary evil to get Bogdan like that, and I'm a big fan of him, dude. He's going to give you 18 a game, 17, 18 a game as a fourth option, who is a consistent 40-plus three-point percent shooter. You say yes to that because that's what the Sixers need. And if you could round out a starting lineup of Simmons, Bogdanovich, maybe Thibault, if you can hold on to him, get rid of Shake Milton instead, which I still like. But you have a 3, Tobias Harris, Embiid. Off the bench, you could have Seth Curry, you could have Maxey, you could have, like, say we have Noel or Marc Gasol or JaMychal Green as a big man. Then we can get, like, Langston Galloway or just maybe Trey Burke on a minimum contract, Shake Milton if Thibault's out. The team starts to look better. The team starts to look deeper, even if the possibilities of Isaiah Joe coming in as a bench unit guy, there's a possibility of that, you know. I think there's a better possibility of him being a good backup than there is him being a two-way player. But Paul Reed is another one. I think he has potential, man. He's got potential to be a backup, and maybe not this year so much for him, but the foundational stones right now are there for Philly. We're starting to create an identity, and I think free agency is massive. It's massive for us. It's going to shape out who we are as a team. I think Morey is smart enough to understand we need shooting. We're going to go get more shooting. You can never have enough goddamn shooting. I promise you. I promise you. You can't have enough shooting. So if you can somehow find a way to get all your bench to just seamlessly fill in the starting lineups when, you know, guys get out or hurt, when guys are tired, not playing well, that's really important. So I'm excited for this free agency to just begin. It's 4:57 right now, so like an hour and 3 minutes, man. I'm looking forward to it. I know everyone else is. That's why you're even on my channel watching this shit right now. So let's go Sixers. Until next time, until maybe a free agency signing, maybe I'll be back again tonight for my third video of the day. I mean, god damn. Is anyone working harder than me? Let me know. Let me know. Give me a call up in the comment section to let me know if there's anyone working harder than me right now. All right? This is what unemployment does to a kid. So thank you, everyone. You know, peace out. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Who should we go after? You know, let me know. I love talking to you guys down there. You guys are smart. That's why I fuck with you. My channel is unlike everyone else's. I may have like 80 subscribers or whatever, but you guys are smart basketball players, smart basketball knowledge people. Maybe you're not athletic. Probably not. But hey, you know the game. That's all that counts. Do you think Daryl Morey's athletic? Fuck no. Look at that dude. That dude's never touched a basketball a day in his life, but he knows how to figure out the ones that know how to use it. Pause. All right. Peace out, guys.